Alright, so sort of the first thing I have to understand is time doesn't work the way you think it does. You can call me Oracle, no one's talking to you. Welcome to the cult. Alright, now. We are continuing the Antichrist extended reference series. It's getting pretty long at this point. And specifically the installment on the people who have claimed to be Christ in the past, specifically focusing right now at the tail end of the list that covers the 20th century. We are now on part 4, because that is like the first, like 1600 all through the 1900s was like, I don't know, 1 or 2 episodes, and then we got into like 2 episodes, like we're into the 3rd episode or something for the, I don't know where we're at for this, because this is like ridiculous. So many people have claimed to be Jesus. It's astonishing. There's a whole other list I still need to get through, by the way, of people who claim to be the Messiah. Now that is going to be, by itself, that's an interesting point that I will get to when I start to cover that list. Alright, so, Thomas Harrison Provenzano, 1949 to 2000. He actually got executed in the year 2000. An American convicted murderer who was possibly mentally ill. He compared his execution with Jesus Christ's crucifixion. He was executed for murdering someone, and he compared it to being crucified as Jesus. I don't know if that's like mental illness or just straight up arrogance. I can't tell. David Icke, born 1952, a former English former footballer and conspiracy theorist who said in 1991 television interview with Terry Wogan that he was the Son of God. I mean, if you look at it that way, we're all kind of the Son of God. Sons and daughters of God. It's kind of like being like a son of Adam and a daughter of Eve works. That's kind of how that works. Anyway, like, I mean, I get what David Icke is saying, but like, respectfully, I disagree. Hassan Mazarki, or Mazarsi, I'm not sure which, born in 1954, is a foreign politician, member of the Grand National Assembly of Turkey, 1991 and 1995, who was expelled from the Welfare Party and imprisoned for his extreme view against secularism. He claimed to be Isa after his imprisonment. Isa being the, that's interesting. He actually believes he's the coming of Christ, specifically from the Muslim, like, eschatology. Like, he specifically believes he's Isa, which is interesting because that's the second coming of Christ from the Quran, where Jesus comes again, not as the Son of God, because by the Quran, he's not the Son of God by the Quran. But the interesting thing about Jesus in the Quran is that Jesus in the Quran is definitely a prophet. Like, he's definitely a prophet. And the interesting thing about Jesus' second coming in the Quran is that Jesus' second coming is the final prophet. They still don't see him as the Son of God, but they do see him as a prophet and his second coming as the final prophet, which is fascinating. Which is very interesting that Hassan Mazarki took that particular view. It might be Mazarki. Okay, so Shoko Asahara, 1955-2018. Died about 7 years ago. Founded the terrorist Japanese religious group Om Shinrikyo in 1984. He declared himself Christ, Japan's only fully enlightened master in the Lamb of God. His purported mission was to take upon himself the sins of the world. He outlined a doomsday prophecy, which included a third world war, and described a final conflict culminating in a nuclear Armageddon. Borrowing the term from the Book of Revelation, humanity would end except for the elite few who joined Aum. Yeah, that's probably what he thought. The group gained international notoriety on 20th of March 1995. Oh, wow, that's those people? When it carried out the sarin gas attack on the Tokyo subway. He was sentenced to death. He was executed on the 6th of July, 2018. If I'm in trouble for saying that, for not saying something like unalive, please don't report me. Because I'm not up on all the things that you're not allowed to say on YouTube. David Koresh. Oh, David Koresh. I remember David Koresh. Like, I remember David Koresh. I remember the storming of the Branch Davidian compound by the FBI. It was a mess. It was a mess. Shame on you, David Koresh. Doing all that because he thought he was the second coming of Christ. That's disgraceful. I'm just saying. So many people died in Waco, Texas. It was not okay. It was not okay. Marina Zvigun, born 1960, or Maria Devi Christos, is the leader of the Great White Brotherhood. In 1990, she met Yuri Krivenogov, the Great White Brotherhood founder, who recognized Marina as a new messiah and later married her, assuming in the sect the role of John the Baptist, subordinate to Zvigun. Yeah, so that guy's dead, but apparently Marina is still alive. Sergei Torov, born 1961, a Russian former traffic officer who claims to be reborn as Vissarion, Jesus Christ returned, which makes him not God, but the Word of God. Alright, well, at least he got that part right. I still disagree with it. Still don't think he's the Son of God. But at least he understands that, like, if he's Jesus, he's not God. Like, he gets that. It's a fine point, but I think it's still a point worth mentioning. Also known as Jesus of Siberia, Torop has an appearance similar to depictions of Jesus dressed in all white flowing robes and has long brown hair and a beard. Before claiming this Vissarion, Torop worked as a traffic policeman until he was fired in 1990. He founded the Church of Last Testament spiritual community of a Kabbalist Tabernacle in southern Siberia in 1990. The Church of Last Testament has been described as a mixture of beliefs from the Russian Orthodox Church, Buddhism, apocalypticism, collectivism, and ecological values. You got ecological values in there. That's actually pretty good. The church currently resides on the largest religious reservation in the world in Siberian taiga. You see, here's the thing. This guy, he wouldn't qualify as the Antichrist for a number of reasons. Now, do I think he's second coming in terms of being Sergei Toropo? No, I don't. I don't think that. However, I think that he is not an Antichrist, mostly because he has like true belief that he is Jesus, and that kind of makes him just like wrong, and like potentially a prophet maybe, but like I don't think he was necessarily actually second coming, as Sergei Toro. Yang Xiangbin, born 1973, a woman referred to as Lightning Den, and the female Christ in the literature of Eastern Lightning, a Chinese Christian new religious movement. Eastern Light claims that Jesus has returned to earth as a Chinese woman, citing the Gospel of Matthew. For the lightning cometh out of the east, and shining even unto the west, so shall also be the coming of the Son of Man be. That's interesting. I'll look into that specific part of the Gospel of Matthew. That's fascinating. It's an interesting line. Interesting thing about lightning there. That's fascinating. Eastern Lightning is banned in the People's Republic of China due to several prolific violent crimes committed by its members. Oh, that's not cool. They shouldn't be committing violent crimes. Tisk. That's not okay. That's really actually not okay. Chinese and international news media have in turn described the group as a cult. Well, they're a cult. That's just kind of how it is. All right. And that concludes the 20th century list, including some that are still alive. Well, wherever you out there, Yang Jingmin, Sergei Torop, Marina Zvigun. I hate to break it to you. You three, probably not the second coming of Christ. Just gonna put that out there for you. You've probably been told this before. If you hear me right now, that'd be fascinating. No. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe.